Ladies and men and gentlemen, we all are looking for a bit of heaven on earth where we could enjoy some happiness in our lives. Today, here and through the week, is just like having a little glimpse of heaven, isn't it? I have a neighbor who lives down the street from me, and her name is Mary. And one day I saw her leave her house, and she was walking. And she did this. I was sitting at my window in the kitchen where I sit and see what the weather is like. And I plan my day, and I have my devotions. I was sitting there like normal, and where I came, there comes along Mary, and she's jogging down the street. You know, I've never seen her even walk fast. The next morning, I was sitting there again in my usual routine, looking out the window, and here comes Mary, jogging again, 2 days in a row. The next morning, I looked out the window again. Sure enough, here comes Mary. But this time, she was skipping like a little girl. I couldn't understand it. I was so inquisitive. I ran out of the house while I walked fast. And I went up to Mary and I said, "What are you doing, Mary?" She said, "Oh, Suzanne, it's this medicine I'm taking. On the bottle it says, take medicine 2 days running, then skip a day." I should know about that, Medicine Dale. Today my topic is choose happiness, because happiness really is a choice. And the wise man in the Old Testament of Proverbs, who wrote Proverbs, he said, "A merry heart maketh good like a medicine. A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance. And he that is of a merry heart hath a continual feast." That means they eat all day. These verses show us that the Lord wants us to be happy. Now I'm going to walk right over here, and I want to show you this chart that I brought with me. It has our title up here. And I want you to notice something, that there was a very valid study done on this. And we think most of our happiness comes from things and situations and events and all of that. But right here in the yellow, 10% of our happiness comes from personal experience. And then this percentage up here in pink, this 50% is how we're naturally wired, how we're born naturally wired. And this down here in the purple, which is 40%, which is almost 50, is under our control. 40% is under our control. Would you have thought that? Happy people have faith and pursue faith. Our lives are meaningless without God. Hebrews says, without faith, it is impossible to please God. 'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take him at his word. Jesus is the one who gives us real meaning. And he says in Hebrews, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. He's the beginning and he's the end of it. Because Jesus lives, we can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future. Our faith makes all the difference in the world in our day-to-day lives. Faith, audience, is nothing more than believing God's promises. There have been many times that I have sat in a hospital room alone in the middle of the night, where the lights are dim and all is quiet, except for the groanings of pain coming from my loved one. Times like these, all you can do is be there, have faith, and pray. Faith in Jesus gives us courage for whatever may come our way. Daniel had faith that God would deliver him from the lion's den. When we believe and have faith in Jesus, our lives tend to go smoother, and the byproduct of that is our happiness increases. When life doesn't go our way, the way we had planned, we may wonder why and lose heart. I remember an old preacher friend of ours who said, I've just learned not to fuss with God. It's okay to ask God questions, but it's not okay to question God, because there's a difference. The secret things in Deuteronomy 29:29 says, the secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong to us. Living for Jesus always have meaning. Remember, 40% of our happiness is under our control. You will find happy people have faith. When we do, we could experience a bit of heaven on earth.